Hello, MoveEasy movers. Welcome to MoveEasy Yoga with Kathy. Today is Saturday, January 20th already. Wow, 2023, or whatever day you're watching this video. We're going to start in the usual fashion with our legs on a chair for a 7-minute static rest. So let's go ahead and get into position. Now, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that your lower back is flat against the floor. So you might want to move your hips a little bit away from the chair. The idea is that we're putting our lower back in traction. If you spend any time at all on your feet, then this is really good for you. So I'm going to go ahead and set my timer. Actually, it's good for you anytime. So breathe normally. Bring yourself and your awareness into your space. And just enjoy this for 7 minutes. Okay, time is up. Stay where you are and slowly move your head from right to left 3 or 4 times. If you choose, you can hold your tongue at the seam of your gum and teeth or hold it back at the roof of your mouth for an add-on. We'll just loosen up our neck a little bit. And finish up. And the next thing we're going to do is the vagus nerve reset. We're all familiar with this. Your head is stationary and all you're moving are your eyeballs. So you move your eyeballs, just your eyeballs to the right. Wait for a sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. I yawn even thinking about it. And then your eyes go back to center. And then you move your eyes only to the left. Wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. We're resetting our vagus nerve. This is really good for stress relief. Now go ahead and do it 2 more times on each side at your own pace. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Now go ahead and finish up. The next thing we're going to do is head ramping. So you can leave whatever support you have under your head still there if you choose, or you can put a sponge ball or a set of therapy balls under your head. The idea is to press the occipital ridge, which is that bony part between your ears that goes along your scalp, line. You press that towards the floor. This reverses what's called text neck. We're always looking down at our phones, our computers, our pads, a book, whatever. So this reverses that. So we press that occipital ridge towards the floor and hold it. And then release. And press. And release. And excuse me, this may also activate the same thing that the vagus nerve reset does. So you may get another yawn, swallow, gulp, or sigh out of it. Press. and release. 2 more times. Press and release. Press and release. Okay, good job. Now, the breathing exercise we're going to do today is a little different. I was reading about breathing the other day, and we're going to try the, it's called the 6-7-8 breathing. For those of you who are not familiar with that, you inhale for 6, you hold it for 7, and then release for 8. So inhale at the count of 6, hold it for 7, and then release for 8. So here we go. 1, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you may have a different pace, but that's the idea. So go ahead and try that a few times at your own pace. So finish up at your own pace. And go ahead and push your chair away or move away from the couch, whichever works for you. We're going to do our hypopressives. So we're going to start with the classic hypopressive, what we're calling the classic hypopressive. So your feet are flexed, your heels are on the floor, your toes are up. Relax your shoulders and then round your arms up above your shoulders like you're hugging a tree or a person, and then flip your hands towards the ceiling. Your shoulders are relaxed against the floor. Your hands are pressing against the ceiling. This is the shape we'll take. And we're going to inhale and exhale 3 times. And on the 3rd, we'll exhale everything out of our lungs and hold it for the count of 15. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale all the way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale, arms come down. Exhale, feet come down. Excuse me. Must have swallowed a bug. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Flex our feet, Arms up and round, shoulders relaxed. Flip your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale all the way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale, arms come down. The next thing we're going to do is a bridge. So it's very similar. Our arms are at our sides though. And we're going to take the 3 breaths. On the 3rd breath, when we exhale, your hips will come up and your arms will go above your head. And this is the shape we take when we're holding our breath. So, here we go. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale, hips come up, arms come up. Hold your breath out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale, hips come down. Exhale, arms come down. Okay, good job, guys. So let's go ahead and come up to a sitting position. Cross-legged is preferred for this. We're going to do our side bends that we normally do. Almost normally. So let me set my timer. So we're going to start with the side bend with the lat stretch. So starting on your right side, slide your hand along the mat. The other arm comes up and over. Make sure both your sits bones are on the floor. Just lean over as far as you can. Aim that elbow towards the ceiling. Now lower your arm until it's parallel to the floor. You'll feel a different stretch down your arm, under your arm, and down your back. This is such a good stretch. I do this one every day. Okay, arm up, torso up. Other side, left arm along the mat, right arm comes up and over. You may find that you can lean further on one side than the other. That's totally normal. Should feel the stretch all the way up your side. Now lower your arm and reach. Feel a different stretch. Oh, yeah. Okay, arm up, torso up. All righty. Now we'll do our spine rotation. Let's go ahead and switch our legs, just for the heck of it. So spine rotation. Left hand on right knee, right arm's behind you with spider fingers. And then you just rotate your spine to the right. Now our options are to move our head back and forth, or we can move our rib cage back and forth. And you can do both, just not at the same time. Or you can just enjoy the stretch. Where do you feel it? And how does it feel? This is a good stretch. Good rotation. Rotations are good. Okay, here we are. Now the other side. Oh, my timer messes up. Try this again. Right hand on left knee. Left arm's behind you. You're supporting yourself with spider fingers. And you rotate. You have your options. This is also one I try to do every day. It's very simple, only takes a minute or 40 seconds each side. Okay, come on around. Good job. Now, the third, excuse me, the third in this particular triplet is, Parva and I were doing this before the class, is a spine torso rotation. So we're going to go one way and then the other. So it doesn't matter which way you start, but we're just going in a circle, keeping both sits bones on the floor and just going in a circle with our torso. You want to keep your back straight, shoulders back, and just go to the point where you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable doing a very wide circle, that's fine. You can make it smaller. We're going to change direction and just, there we go. Now change direction. And this is something I do every day. I do it sometimes when I'm watching TV or listening to music. Make sure you're not moving too fast. You want your brain to register what your body is doing. Okay. There we are. Now, while we're here, let's go ahead and cross our legs again. We don't want to sit in one position too long. We're going to go ahead and do some neck stretches. So again, we're sitting in good posture. Now you can either sit cross-legged or you can sit in the hero pose, which is this, for this exercise. So you have your choice on that. I prefer cross-legged, but the hero pose would work as well. And we're going to do the ear to shoulder, and then we're going to do it with resistance. So basically you're sitting up straight, your spine is straight, you're just moving your ear to your right shoulder or your left. And then it halfway through, we're going to move our chin. That's why I keep looking at my watch. Now move your chin down so it's closest to your shoulder. You would be looking at the floor. Again, your back is straight. Try not to lean. I know I tend to lean when I do this. But you'll feel a different stretch on your neck. Chin up, head up. Okay. Now the other side, ear to shoulder. Again, keep your shoulders back, your spine straight, and try to stay as vertical as possible. And just when we're doing these, you might want to think about where you feel it and how it feels. Like I feel this more at the back of my neck and a little bit at the side back. And now we need to, and I forgot to lower the chin. So go ahead and lower your chin. We'll stay here for a few minutes because I did not switch. And you should feel a different stretch when you've lowered your chin. And then chin up and head up. Okay, now we're going to do it with resistance. So again, right ear to right shoulder. Take your right hand and put it on your left ear. Now you want to gently, and if you have neck issues, I don't recommend you doing this, but you want to gently resist against your hand, and the hand resists against the head. So let me set my timer. So ear to shoulder, and just gentle resistance. I personally have arthritis in my neck, so I try to be very careful, but this type of thing is really good for it. And then lift your head, lift your hand, lower your chin, and then put your hand back. And resistance again. And then lift your head, raise your chin, and then raise your head. So we'll do that on the other side. Ear to shoulder. Left hand comes up, puts it on your right ear, and you are gently resisting against your hand, and your hand is resisting against your head. And then release your hand, lower your chin, put your hand back. Resistance. Should feel a different stretch. Okay. Chin up, head up. Okay. Good job. Next thing we're going to do is shoulder shrugs. So basically we're sitting up straight, but we bring our shoulders up and just drop them. Shoulders up and drop. Up and drop. And I have a tendency to scrunch my neck when I do this. Try not to do that. So back straight, shoulders back, up and drop. 2 more times. Up and drop. Up and drop. Okay. So we're going to do the figure 4 progressive with the blocks. So you want to have 2 blocks handy. And now on each position that we do, if you find it more difficult, you can stay at whatever level you choose. You know, the basic level is fine. The basic level is, let me get my blocks out of the way. The basic level is just having 1 foot on your knee. This is basic. And if all you do is stay here throughout the whole exercise, that's perfectly fine. If that's all you can do, but this is a really good exercise to loosen up your hips. So whenever we're putting our foot on our knee, one little word of caution, we always want to pull our knee back as far as possible before we move the foot. We don't want to just twist it over like this. That's bad for the knee. Knees are not meant to do that. So We're going to do 40 seconds each position. So we'll start with the right. So you pull your knee back and then put it on your opposite knee. So when you're in these positions, you can do whatever you want with your feet. You can flex and point your feet. You can rotate your ankle. You can gently push your knee away. Get a bit more of a stretch. You'll find later on in the other positions, you might feel this more. But right now, this is just the basic figure 4. And the next step is to put a brick under your foot. Now, again, if you had to take your leg down to do that, that's okay. Just make sure you pull your knee back before you put your foot up there. Another 40 seconds. Now, this is a point where if you push on your knee, you might feel it in your hip. So be gentle. But you can still play with your feet, flex and point, roll your ankle. You can do that with your lower foot as well. Okay. The next progression is to put a second brick on top of the first. So notice I'm pulling my knee way back. And another 40 seconds here. Now you might feel this more in your thigh. So again, you can push on your leg, can flex and point your feet, can wiggle your toes. And here we are. Now, the next position is to hold the back of your thigh. Now, at this point, your feet are in the air. Hold the back of your thigh. Now, you can use a strap for this if it's easier, or just loop your fingers. So you will feel a little bit of stretch here. Again, you can stay at any level that is more comfortable for you. But your feet are kind of hanging out there. So yeah, again, you've got options. You can rotate your ankles, play with your toes, stretch and flex. Okay, and the last position, it's actually called threading the needle. I just learned that. Put your hands on your outer calf. And at this point, you can use your elbow, if you choose, to push your opposite knee away. You can also roll a little bit from side to side. I feel like a pretzel. Okay, there we go. So now we get to do it on the other side. Yay! Okay. So the first position is pulling your leg back. and putting it on your knee, 40 seconds. And like I said, this position is perfectly fine. If this is where you stay, to be in this position is perfectly fine. You can always just go a little bit back and forth if you choose. Again, you have your options with your feet. Oh, and I forgot what Via said. She sometimes will put therapy balls under her hips in these positions. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to try that on my own. Okay, the next position is putting a brick under your lower foot. 40 seconds. So again, we can push back on our knee if it doesn't hurt the knee. If you have knee issues, I don't recommend this. You can rotate the foot, flex the foot. Okay, here we go. Second brick. I'm taking my leg down for this one. Put on the brick. Remember, pull your knee all the way back before you put your foot up there. 40 seconds. All righty. Now we're done with the bricks. I'm going to push them aside for now. And the next progression is holding the outside of your calf. Now, again, you might find you feel different things on this side than you did on the other side. I know I do. So that's just the way we are. You might be able to do something on one side that you couldn't do on the other side. That'll happen too. Oh, wait. I apologize. This was the thigh, not the calf. I jumped ahead. Yeah, this last one was on the thigh, not the calf. And the last one is on the calf. There we go. All righty. There we go. Good job, guys. That can be a little strenuous. So let's go ahead and do our standing exercises. I'm going to need to move something real quick. I forgot to move. Standing at the wall. So we're going to do our back bend at the wall for 40 seconds. So arms up and palms on the wall. Try to keep your elbows as close to your head as you can. This is a good chest opener. It's also a bone builder. Okay, come on down. We'll do our spine rotation at the wall. So right foot forward, left foot back, elbows at your sides, palms up, rotate, put your palms on the wall. Okay. Let's do the other side. Left foot forward, right foot back, elbows at sides, palms up, rotate. Okay. Good job. Now, one last thing we're going to do is a wall sit. So you want a wall that's steady, no closet door. And you can come down as far as you like. So you just want to come down preferably to a 90-degree for your knee. But if you can't come down that far, that's fine. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. Or as long as you can hold it. If you have to come down, that's fine. Make sure your back is flat against the wall. Your shoulders are back. If you practice this long enough, you can do it for longer periods of time. Almost there. There we are. Good job. All right, back to the mat. Now we're going to do our core work. Everybody loves core work. Yes, I know. So we are on our backs or prone. And the first thing we're going to do is legs at tabletop and then alternate out, out. So we're going to do this 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. And then the next thing we're doing is extend your left leg. Your right leg's bent. This knee's going to come out and back up. You're going to do 10 times on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now the other leg. Right leg extended, left leg bent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good job. Now the last thing we do is legs at tabletop, apart, and together. Again, 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And down. All right. That wasn't so bad, was it? Okay, let's go ahead and roll over. Take your time. We're going to do our back bends. So what we're going to do is we are face down on the floor. You might put something under your forehead, or personally, I don't like to get my nose squashed, so I like to have something under my forehead. We're going to raise our arms and our shoulders and hold it for 40 seconds and then come back down. And then we're going to come back up again and do an airplane and hold that and then come back down. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on up. Hold this as much as you can. Your head is in a head ramping position, so you're looking towards the floor. Your palms are facing the ceiling. If you feel this in your lower back, you want to lower yourself a little bit because you're extended too far. But if you can, you might want to see if you can raise yourself up a little higher. You're going to hold this a few more seconds. Inhale and come on down. And we'll do this one more time. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on up. And again, be conscious of your lower back. Make sure your head is in a head ramping position. Your palms are facing the ceiling. Go ahead and inhale to prepare. And exhale, come on down. Now we'll do the airplane. So inhale, exhale, come on up. Inhale again. Exhale, arms out. Again, if you can, come up a little bit higher or lower yourself if you find your lower back is hurting. Go ahead and inhale and come on down. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get ready for Yoga Nidra. I didn't realize that time had gone by so fast. Make sure that you're warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. Put yourself in a comfortable position, whatever you find is comfortable. You might want to cover your eyes. I'm going to lead you through a different body parts. I want you to call attention to those body parts without moving them. So we're going to start with our breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your attention to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left big thumb, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, center of your navel, spiritual heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Extend your legs if they were bent. Extend your arms overhead. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way and then the other. Now keep your left leg extended and hold your right knee to your chest. I love you, knee. Extend that leg. Hold your left knee to your chest. I love you too, knee. Both legs extended. Both legs up. Let's roll back and forth. Feel that massage on your organs from your back. And when you're ready, roll towards the camera using your lower arm as a pillow. We're going to stay here for just a minute. This is our gratitude minute. I'm grateful that you were here moving with me today. I'm grateful that I can move, at least as much as I can. I'm grateful for a lot of things. But it's nice to just sit and think about what you're grateful for. So when you're ready, come on up to a sitting position. You can unmute yourself. I'm going to remove my spotlight. There it is. So hands at your heart. Let's push for just a minute. Feel some of that shoulder work we did, just a little bit, and then soften. I want to thank you for coming and sharing my movements with me today. And I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Let's close the class by saying to each other, namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Kathy. Thank you. Kathy, I have a quick question about breathing.
Okay, hold on 1 second here. I've got to find it right.
Okay.
Where's my recording button? Hold on, I had this problem last week. It was there and then it was gone. Oh, gosh.